Love Island episode 44, and there was not one part of that episode that did not make me absolutely fucking raging. Priya was an absolute knob jockey last night. I flipped between feeling sorry for that girl and wanting to fucking actually choke her. Why did she start Yulia last night? Because for me, Priya was completely in the wrong. And do you know what? Yulia can get her point across and even be annoyed at somebody without actually raising her voice or fucking being theatrical about it. Priya, on the other hand, the dramatics last night was absolutely not for me. So, like, literally fuming that whole episode. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I wasting an hour of my life? An hour and 20 it was last night. An hour and 20 of that fucking nonsense. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so ready for the final now. And even then, I'm like, who's winning? It's like Lorenzo and Yulia are my only winners, because they're literally, when they put the things up for favourite boy and favourite girl last night, I was like, I don't fucking like any of them. I really genuinely don't. Like, what the fuck's going on? It's either I don't like one part of the couple or I don't like the whole couple in general. The fact that Priya and Aiden, the two most annoying people in the villa, are now attempting to be in a couple, but they're that far up their own arse they can't even set that aside to give each other a go. And the fact that she keeps saying, who do you want to spend the rest of your experience with? Because that's all it's about for her. She knows none of these fucking relationships are going to work on the fucking outside. So she was sitting having a conversation with Lorenzo, and Yulia walked over and Lorenzo said, can you give me a minute? And she sat, she was like, yeah, that's fine. And she's just her normal self. And Priya was like, oh, you can join. And then she came back over a few minutes later and actually did join. But then Lorenzo was like giggling because him and Yulia just have that like that connection, that he knew what he was doing and Yulia knew what he was doing. Then she came over and sat down. Priya was a complete fucking dick to her, and I was like, right on the shit list, get on the fucking shit list now, because how dare you speak to her like that? How fucking dare you? Why do you get so annoyed every time I talk to Lorenzo? Sorry, I've never seen that. Not saying it's not happening, but never seen that. She didn't seem annoyed. She just wanted to come over and sit down, and Lorenzo was like, just give us a minute. And then after a minute, she came back. What the fuck's wrong with that? She was like, Lorenzo's like my brother. He's like my best mate. Shut up, Priya. And even when Yulia was like calm and trying to speak to her and all, she kept trying to fucking spark it up again. She just loves a bit of fucking drama. All Yulia was saying was, what's wrong with Ethan? She knows her and Aiden aren't suited. They're not suited. They're basically the last two. They were the last two left in the villa. They'd been in this villa for fucking 7 weeks, never looked near each other. And now all of a sudden, all this is going on. And they're that busy fucking playing games. Like, it's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. I loved it when Priya said to Yulia, what if somebody came along and like took you out of your couple and like it separated you from Lorenzo and wanted you to be with somebody? And she was like, yeah, but they haven't. No, they actually haven't. So sorry, I can't imagine your situation. And don't get me started on Samraj, the defender of women, except when he's slabbering to them or not letting them speak. He sat there like fucking so fucking entitled and like slabbering about Finlay. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't agree with what he said, but him sitting there slabbering about Finlay, him and Aiden sitting there, even though Aiden was like, at least Samraj was doing it loud, Aiden was like, shh, he can hear. But the two of them, of all people, talking about how Finlay is treating women. After what Samraj did to Priya, after what Aiden did to Ellie and Yasmin, and who else was it? Was there not a couple? Like, seriously. Is self-awareness in the room? Can we read the room? Can we like, so fucking frustrating. An absolute barefaced cheek. And I'm glad Finlay went over and stood up for himself, because of all the people, like, I give Tommy a bye ball, because so far all we've seen of Tommy's really nice. Tommy and Yasmin together are actually so cute. Like, I'm not the biggest Yasmin fan, but those two together, they seem so well matched. They seem like two dodos in love, basically. I love that for them. Figured out what it is wrong with Finlay. Ellie and Alicia are both too strong for him. They're both basically bullying him and telling him what he should be feeling, what he should be doing. He doesn't have an original thought in his head. He can't figure out what he wants. But anyway, apparently he did last night. He ended up with Alicia. She bullied him for like a few minutes. And then she was like, do you really think that's going to work on the outside? And I was like, pardon me? Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? What's wrong with Ellie? She's not a girl's girl. And people were yapping on yesterday in my comments yesterday, being like, oh, you'd think she was a bombshell. Is that not what bombshells are supposed to do? So bombshell equals no morals. Is that what we're saying here? Like, you just come in and just fucking ravage the place with none of your own standards. Or, like, if she's a girl's girl in real life, why all of a sudden, because she's a bombshell, has that gone out the window? I don't know. Explain it to me, guys. I get bombshells are supposed to make bold moves, but I didn't like any of her moves. And that's just, she's just not my cup of tea. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. She's just not my cup of tea. That's all I'm saying. And like, for fuck's sake, blow your nose. I was sick of hearing you sniff last night. I don't know if it's hay fever, but like, honestly, fucking hay fever. Take a fucking antihistamine. Do something. And then her saying that he wanted to sleep in the bed with her, and him saying, I basically just couldn't be arsed to sleep on the day bed. It's annoying out there. Like, you can't get a proper night's sleep. There's bugs. Like, oh god. And then to her in the diary room, or whatever the fuck you call that fucking thing, and she was like, well, the conversation was given like bare minimum anyway. Okay, salty chops. Calls Aiden then, and I don't think Aiden's interested. Aiden's like, I've had 7 weeks here, got a tan. Oh fuck. We have a recoupling. Yasmin picks Tommy, and she says, if you know, when you know, so cute. Martha and Jordan, very lukewarm. Angie and Simba, that was a beautiful speech, but honestly, thoughts and prayers are with you, girl. I really hope that now he's wearing those glasses, he's turned into a decent human being. Julia, and she picked Lorenzo, and she was wearing his favourite dress. It was very, very cute. Jasmine giving the side eye. Then we had Mika and Samraj, the screaming, and I just can't. Jasmine and Kevin, again, Lorenzo, the side eye. Still think Lorenzo and Jasmine are the couple that are meant to be, but I do love Julia, so yeah. And then who was next? Alicia gets her digs in about Finlay, and then picks Aiden. Aiden looks absolutely fucking fuming. Priya picked Ethan, and I feel sorry for that man. Actually, genuinely feel sorry for that man. He hasn't had a chance. Like, God love him, and he seems so nice too. And then Ellie obviously picked Finn, and I was fuming about that. Fuming. Then all of a sudden, because they've been separated, Priya and Aiden seem to want each other more, because they literally don't know what to do with themselves. Priya saying, who do you want to be in the final with, baby? And him saying to Priya exactly what she said to him the night before when Ethan stole her. I'm just going to do what feels right. If we get into bed, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. The games, it's just like there's no genuine feelings there at all. Then Yulia. She's not letting that go from the night before, so she goes and decides to have a conversation with Aiden. I don't think I've ever seen her speak to Aiden before, but she tries to encourage Aiden to sort of like tip in Alicia's favour. She says she feels for Alicia because she's been the bombshell, she know what it's like. And the girls didn't get the warmest reception when they came in, so I maybe she does feel for her, I don't know. But she was like, Priya was just getting on like a spoilt brat, like literally throwing her toys out of the pram. She was fuming, and she went over and sat down, made a dick out of herself. Yulia didn't lose her temper. Even Lorenzo was like, is their argument finished yet? Him and her are just so chill. Yeah, I don't think Yulia did anything wrong. I don't know. So now it's a vote for favourite boy and favourite girl. It's probably going to be Lorenzo and Yulia. I need them to dump basically everybody else. Why don't we just take it to the final tonight, guys? Because I'm bored. I'm fucking bored. I mean, at this stage, even Angelista's had enough. She's sleeping in the fucking cupboard. I mean, that says it all.